London Press. I'm here with Story Untold, and we are here with...
Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm the drummer.
I'm Hayden, and I play the instrument nobody cares about.
And I'm Janick, and I sing.
I'm Diego, and I play guitar.
Jesse, lead guitar. And we are Story Untold.
Yeah. Alright, so I know it's downpouring today, but other than that, how does it feel to be on the final Vans Warped Tour this year?
It's amazing, honestly. It's something I never thought I'd do. First of all, just the Vans, I never thought I'd do it. Especially not the final. It's a blessing.
Yeah, never thought I could get some free pairs of Vans too.
That's a sweet deal, though.
Yeah, it's a sweet deal. I mean, just like go on the tour and get free shoes. But no, to be honest, I think it's amazing just to be part of it, and just even if it rains today, I mean, we're not complaining because it's awesome, and you know the people and the bands that are playing this tour are just like huge inspirations for us, and it's just amazing to be on the same lineup as these bands.
We're still out here, so
yeah.
Yeah, but we're just really grateful, and it's a huge honor. So it feels really good to be part of it.
Yeah.
And I know in the past Warped Tour did some dates in Canada. Did you guys go to Warped growing up
actually,
too?
it was only Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Montreal isn't doing it anymore, and I think a couple years back, Quebec was doing it too. But
Yeah.
as of now, it's only Toronto. And last year I missed it for some reason, but the one before we went to
we did a road trip
the one in
to
Ohio.
the one in Ohio because it's
With the APMAs.
yeah. That was
Okay.
awesome. There was like some 41 Good Charlotte state champs with Confidence. It was like a
bunch
pretty
of
good
good
lineup, so
people.
we
Yeah.
wanted to go. And it was my first time actually going to Warped Tour without playing it, because we played in 2014, 2015, but just like for one date, one in Montreal and one in Toronto.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to be like someone attending the shows, that was good. I mean, we had fun.
Yeah.
We got drunk.
Still there, still feeling the vibes, music, everything. So also at the end of 2017, you guys were touring with Simple Plan. Of course, they're here today as well.
Yeah.
How is that for you guys, kind of seeing them again after the previous
Pretty good.
tour?
I feel like it's the only French Canadian band on the tour, so we can speak French with them and talk shit about the other people on the tour.
There you go.
Live.
And they have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, but I feel like we kind of built like a good relationship with them over the years. You know, I've been talking with Chuck for like the past 5 or 6 years, and it's just amazing. They've been acting like as some sort of mentors for us in a way, and so it's just good to be with people that you toured with in the past and that are like one of the biggest band on the tour, and that you know these people and they're just like, you know, normal people for you, and just like can act as friends in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just love the guys, and they're just amazing, and it's good to be.
And they speak French. So
Speak French too.
Were there any other bands, like once you saw the lineup for this year, that you guys were super stoked about? Like, oh, I want to meet them, or I want to go see their set.
Actually, state champs personally.
Yeah.
I really like them. So
I liked the one song I saw live before it started raining. It was good.
They're super fucking good live too, so it's a shame that you got to miss like their songs since they're really tight live. For me, Small Plan All Time Low was also a big one.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Sum 41 in Toronto. I just hope that we won't be playing at the same time as they are, because that means I'm gonna miss them.
Yeah. Like, sorry guys, can't make our own set, going to see Sum 41, I'll be back later.
But one of the great discovery on that tour, I feel like for me, especially this guy is Don Broco. They're like kicking some asses, and just like I think one of the best bands out on Warped Tour this summer. Just like
And be on the same stage while they're playing, it's something awesome.
It's just amazing. But there's like so many good other bands, and you know the list goes on and on with Confidence, like many other.
I'm excited for On the Road because I've never seen them, never met them ever, and they're playing a couple
Oh yeah, they play a good show. I haven't seen them at Warped, but they do play a good show for sure.
And I miss Taking Back Sunday because I'm stupid and I missed it.
That's a shame.
But
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
They're going on another tour, but I don't know if they're going where you guys are. But they have like a summer tour with Coach in Cambria.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you can look for it.
Yes.
All right, I was gonna ask you a few questions about the Waves album.
Yep.
So with All the Same, that was a pretty big single, and I know it was kind of coming after A Hard Place with you specifically when you wrote that song. How was it writing the song so fresh after going through that?
I think it was perfect because you know, songs like that have to come from the heart, and I feel like the best songs come from when you you know, about like events that are real for you, events that happen for real. And these songs just like write themselves like by themselves. I don't know if that makes sense. You don't really have to force yourself to write the song, and they just come naturally. So
Yeah.
and it was I wrote it with Omar from Silverstein. Like the second day we got into in Toronto, and yeah, it was just like I think both of us wanted to let some of the feelings we kept inside out in the song, and this is what came out.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So the video for that song, I thought I read somewhere it was shot in your hometown. Is that correct?
Yeah, Montreal.
Okay. What made you kind of pick the locations around, or
It was the
who
closest
did the
locations,
storyline, I
and
guess?
it was easy, and also
Okay.
because I don't know, it was our second time working with the guys from Reeboks, and he wanted to try something new with the video. So we did like so many different locations, and I had to take some acting classes that they're all
I think I
laughing.
heard about
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
was that
don't know
awkward
if
for you?
what?
Is it awkward for you?
It was
like
fucking
taking...
awkward. That was the most painful thing I ever did in my life. It was
Yeah.
just,
Work out.
it did not work out. Yeah,
Not changing.
but we won some awards for I don't know some
In France
things.
or something
Yeah,
like that, yeah.
I don't know. I just because you know I'm more like the guy who likes to laugh at myself and just like make
Yeah.
dumb jokes. So when it comes
To being
when it's being serious, I don't know. It was just it was weird, but
Yeah.
I'm proud of how the video came out. I think it looks great. So
Yeah. For all the same, I think the director really wanted to capture the Montreal aesthetic. You know,
and I think he did it pretty well. I mean,
Yeah, I
they
like
chose
the
him.
video.
and that's why we picked this location.
Yeah.
So were all the people in the video from that area? Like, did you know anyone, or were they all actors? Or how
Didn't
did
know
that
anyone, so I had to kiss two
random
strangers that I didn't know,
What a
and I
shame.
had a girlfriend every day, so
man.
it was just
Oh my God.
for me. And
That's
you
so
know what's
hard.
weird is that I thought it was done, and I went to Subway and ate like a huge ass foot long, and
Oh,
then
God.
we went in the car driving back to the place to get my shit and get back home, and then the guy was just like, "Oh fuck, forget the kiss," and I was just like, "Oh man, I just ate like a Subway full of onions and
Like
stuff."
Chipotle sauce.
And I was I feel bad for the girl. I don't know if she
Noticed.
tasted something weird, but
If you're watching, we're sorry.
yeah, if you're watching, sorry. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I didn't know, and he didn't tell me, so sorry.
No gum on set.
No, there was no gum, dude.
All right. So I know you guys, like you said, you worked with Hallmark from Silverstein. You also worked with him on Matches in the Ocean, right?
Yep. Well, he pretty much did like you know, he co-wrote many of the songs on
Many
the
of them?
album, but
Okay.
we wrote Matches and Up to You all
Okay.
together, and also all the same.
So I know I love Silverstein too,
Yeah.
personally. So I know they're kind of a little bit different than you guys
Yeah.
sound-wise. How did you guys come about kind of meeting with Paul?
I think it was through the label because Silverstein was signed on Hopeless
At the time.
before. Yes,
Yeah.
right now they're on the rise, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think some people at the label kept in touch with, stayed in touch, sorry, with Paul because he was in a punk band before, and he always told the guys from the label that he wanted to, you know, start writing with other bands and upcoming bands. And so yeah, the label just got us in touch and we started talking, and then connection went pretty well, and so we ended up writing the album together.
Are you guys like friends after all the writing and stuff too, or?
I don't know. I would
lives
call him a
kinda-
friend, but I don't
Kind
know
of.
if
Yeah.
he,
You're like,
he puts me
sure.
in the same like
Gotcha.
yeah. But and no, I mean he's a great guy, and yeah, we hung out, we drank some few beers together, and yeah, few beers.
So how would you guys describe, I guess, the Canadian rock scene? Because I know you and Silverstein and Simple Plan are all kind of interconnected. Because I know Shane from Silverstein also knows Pierre
Yep.
from Simple Plan. So how would you describe it? Is it like a small world, or what do you think?
I feel like it's not like there are a lot of bands, but I don't feel like it's the same as America or
Yeah.
even Europe. Like the bands that actually come out of Canada, like COA, Sum 41, with Simple Plan,
All the great ones.
Silverstein, I don't feel like there's that much.
Yeah.
So we kind of try to stick together as much as possible. But definitely tour a little bit in Canada, but definitely try to go out because personally I don't think the scene is as big over there than it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like super popular already and you already have your fan base.
I mean, there is Drake from Canada too.
Yeah, there is Drake. There is Drake.
Started out from
Bieber.
Degrassi, now he's here.
Right,
So
yeah.
there you
Justin
go.
Bieber too.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. So after getting in the studio and kind of collaborating with everyone and going through those hard times, how was it to finally finish the first full-length album?
It felt great. It was just like not a relief, but just an accomplishment that I think we all waited to have accomplished, because we've been working on this project for like years, and just to have like finally a full album that people can listen to and that we're proud of, which just, I think it was just amazing for us to have
We
that.
stayed in Toronto for like a month and a half.
Yeah, well, I stayed in Toronto for a month. He came for about 2 weeks, and after that, we were just like, we're gonna go back home.
Yeah, I finished all the guitar parts. All the guitar parts were finished.
Yeah,
That's not the real story, but I don't want to get into details.
He's like, I did my part.
There was some
sir.
edibles
Thanks."
involved.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Looking back, is there anything that you would have done differently in
On
the
the
writing
album?
process? Yeah.
Did not be sick.
Yeah, not be sick, because I was sick like the whole time when I was recording vocals, but I don't know, I think, not for this one, I think it's always good to look forward to the future and see, make something different. I'm really proud of this one, but I feel like the other one is going to be like different in its own way. So I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, if that's the way it had to be, then that's it. But for next album, we're not gonna do the same things that we did for this album. That's the way I see it.
Are you planning on a 2019 release, or you're not sure yet?
I think so. I don't know what life's gonna bring to us,
Yeah.
but I think yeah, maybe 2019 sounds like a good number.
Good year?
Yeah,
Okay.
good year.
Going back in time a little bit, whenever you guys first started playing shows, whether it be local or here in the US, do you feel like you were pretty well perceived when you first came out?
Not really, because when we first started playing shows with other bands, it was always with metal bands, or just like bands that didn't really fit the vibe we're trying to project. So, I mean, the crowds were not as good as they are today at Warped Tour. I mean, this is like the best place to be for us right now, but
The crowd is very different. in
yeah, it's very
Montreal.
different in Montreal too. I mean, Montreal, I feel like the scene is more for like metal bands and just like pop music, pop French music. There's like no in between. So yeah, I would say that.
Sorry, I do remember what I was going to ask you. You also came out with the French version of Invisible. Why that song in particular?
We wanted to try something new. I mean, it's just because in Quebec it's hard to get a song on the radio unless you sing in French.
Okay.
So we just thought that this song would be a good fit for radio. It sounds radio friendly, so we just decided to try it out and see if it would, add up to something. But yeah, it was just a test, mostly a test, and just also for the fans. I think it's interesting for them to hear like our native language in a song. I can say that.
Yeah, and then you guys don't play piano, right? Someone else had to come in and do that part, or how did that work?
I first did the melody on the guitar, and then I put it on my computer on the piano, but I was just like doing the notes like very weirdly on my piano because I don't really know how to play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not the one who did the piano on the track on the album.
It's actually our producer, Derek Hoffman.
On stereo.
He did the parts.
Okay. He fixed it up and fine-tuned it.
Yeah, he knows how to play piano, so he did like
Basically nailed it. Like
Okay,
first try.
made it
He's a
perfect.
machine, so.
So probably my favorite song off this album would be Dreams That We Don't Share, and I know that's kind of sharing common goals with your bandmates or friends or whoever. Now that you're kind of all together and you're here at Warped Tour, do you feel like you're a stronger force right now than you have been?
When I wrote the song, it was it was just about like not only the band itself, it was just like about everything that would happen at this time. But yeah, I was just like frustrated with some of the things that were happening in the band and just like in my life, and I decided to write a song about it. And just like I know some people out there feel the same way, so but the lyrics speaks for themselves.
All right, so I have a few fun questions because I know we got to wrap it up. So here's some fun ones. So people know that you guys pull a ton of pranks, but is there any that have gone very wrong and then like came back to bite you in the ass kind of thing?
Yeah, well, just like very quickly, I peed in his shoes. He ended up like having his shoes full of piss for like a whole tour, and then he got me back by peeing on myself while I was peeing. So
yeah, we were
God.
drunk. We were
Long
really
story short, a lot of pee.
yeah,
A lot of urine.
Yeah.
And then the whole van smelled like urine.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
no,
yeah.
pretty much. No,
Yeah.
it didn't. Because BRP is like it's kind of like water coming down your steak. Yeah. So that that's the quick one I can
That's
think
the
of.
worst,
because
yeah.
I don't want to get into details about like other.
So the other question I had, so obviously everyone compares you to Alex Gascard.
Yep.
So A, would you go on tour with All Time Low?
Fuck yeah.
B, do you think if you did a swap on stage and you were wearing identical clothes, would anyone really notice
Yeah,
that?
it would, like, because the height difference is like,
This is true. I saw that one picture. I'm like, how short are they? I'm like,
Yeah.
Alex isn't that tall either.
he's
No, he's
tall.
not.
He's tall.
I've
He's not
interviewed
that
them
tall.
too. He's not that tall.
He's not tall.
He's
I think
lanky.
he's
I'm almost-
taller than average.
I'm almost 6 foot, and he's taller.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not short.
Unless he would go on the
Yeah.
stage, unless he would make a swap with me and just like go on stage on his knees, maybe people wouldn't notice, but me.
Just go on wheelchairs.
Yeah,
No one will
right, chill.
notice. It's fine.
Yeah, just sit.
Alright, if you guys were in a scary movie, who would be what? Here are your options. One, the first person to die.
Just for me because he's always the one. He's like the blonde girl who just like leaves and don't tell anyone and
Okay.
wanders around.
Actually, I would say.
Actually, maybe no. You always come back. You always come back.
I would be the one that would.
actually.
No,
He's
y'all
still
come
alive.
back.
Okay.
Diego. They would be
Jonathan
Diego.
would be the one that would survive everything.
Okay, that was the other.
Give the choices.
Okay, the one that screams at everything. Give us that.
That would be you.
Yeah.
That would be you.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
We had a little miscommunication on the bus, but we're outside. We're gonna finish this up. So we were talking about scary movie, where we'd be. Let me give you just all the options because I know you had ideas that were just shooting out. So we have the first person to die, the one that screams at everything,
Is that like scary? Like scary?
like a yeah, like that high pitched really scream. That one.
that wouldn't be me. That would be Diego.
Maybe I don't.
Dude,
The one that makes it out alive.
The one that what?
The one that makes it out alive. The good guy that's actually the secret psycho killer, and the one trying to solve what's happening.
Alright, so I feel like the guy that would survive would definitely be Jonathan, the new guy. I might only speak on my behalf, but I think the evil guy would be me.
That's pretty real.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Admitting.
It's like when I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like I act like a DM when I'm not, and I'm like yelling at people. He acts like he's our mom. Yeah. So I'm like the guy that's on top of everything, but at the end, like,
And what were the other choices? One that screams.
The one that screams, like that high pitched really scream.
That would be
Okay,
okay.
you have no choice. The first person to die was that. That was you. Okay.
And Janick would be the person trying to solve everything.
Okay.
So that would be Janick.
Okay.
That would be you.
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be you.
you
That
would
would be
have
the
died,
first one to die. And that would be you. Trying to solve everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. He would get drunk and lost and die.
Yeah, they're trying to fix everything.
Yep.
What is probably, since we have time now, what is probably the funniest thing that you've seen on this year's talk?
I think it.
I think it's Janick.
Whether it be on
Janick
stage
drunk.
or off
I think Janick drunk is the funniest thing I've seen in so far.
Yeah, bro.
Mine would probably be. I don't know.
Any weird moments at the barbecue stuff?
Not really. No.
Drunken mistakes?
Actually, we're not attending the barbecues very much because we don't have it that much day off, you know?
Oh,
so
yeah.
we cover ourselves in that. So we went like once or twice. Actually,
Oh, I know what's funny.
yeah, what?
I know what's funny. These two getting mistaken with every band members that are in other bands. They're just like, hey, this is Derek from With Confidence, but there's no Derek in With Confidence. Hey, this is, and they just start talking to
Hey, you
someone.
had to like 2 times.
I don't know what you're saying.
Like we're all together talking to someone, like we're all together, and then it's been like 10 minutes. Then Diego would be like, "Oh, and nice to meet you. What band are you with?" I'm like,
Yeah, pretty
I like
boring,
things.
right?
Alright, is there anything you guys want to say to fans?
First of all, thank you so much for coming out even on days like this where it's raining. Thanks for coming to Meet and Greet. Thanks for being there, I guess.
Thanks for buying our merch, supporting us. We love you guys, honestly.
And I just want to say, just He's not in the band for real yet, so just not to confuse anyone.
He's on a
He's
trial.
an actor.
He's on trial. It's not
He's on
looking great.
trial, and it's not looking great. I mean, if you
He's
see
been wearing the same shirt for 5 days.
go check out my stories on Instagram, you'll understand why he's not looking great.
Don't do that.
Yeah, please do. I want to get some more people to watch my stories. It's a movie.
Right, it is. It is.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Tune In Press and Story Untold. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.